Well, hello there. We're here at the 9 o'clock hour on Give DeKalb County. So far, we've raised just over $1,000, but that number hopefully will start going up here pretty quickly because right here at the 9 o'clock hour, they're going to start releasing some of the mail-in donations that were sent in prior to today. So this is where we're at right now. Potentially at the end of this live broadcast, we'll have an update on that number. But our goal today is $25,000, and you can help us get there by going to lightscameradonate.org right here. And let's take a look at the donors that we've received or who's donated over the last hour. We've had an anonymous donation come in. Thank you to William Johnson, Randy Casperson, one of our volunteers here, Roger and Renee McCollum, and Linda Hanold and Linda Lindstrom. So thank you to all of our most recent donors. You can get your name up here as well, again, by going to lightscameradonate.org. Now, we talked about the last hour with Janine, that we've got special guests all day today, and Janine is actually over on the NIU campus right now with our next special guest. So, let's send it over to her.
Thank you so much, Alex, and I am here with our very next special guest, Dr. Christopher Mitchell. We are here at the Center for Black Studies at NIU, where he is the Associate Director of Retention Program. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you for this opportunity.
So can you tell me a little bit about the history here of the Center for Black Studies on NIU and what all you do here, because there's a lot.
Certainly. So the Center for Black Studies was actually built here in 1971, so we've been in the DeKalb community for quite some time. And this has been a place of refuge, a place of home, a place where our students who are marginalized in the community can come and feel safe. We have a classroom here. We have a computer lab in which we're standing in. We have just offices and facilities and spaces and people who are here to help our students thrive with the goal of being motivated, being retained, and graduating and being successful leaders. So that's what we do, and that's what we have been doing for over 30 years. And actually, is it over 40? My math might be
I
off.
know. We're born in the 80s. I don't like to push it
Yeah,
further.
that's true. 80s babies all day.
Yeah.
But, so that's what we do here, all-encompassing success and motivation for our students here at NIU. And so when it comes to the CBS and my role, I worked as a retention coordinator, retention specialist as the associate director here. And so I work with 3 different organizations that I'll mention, and not including a vast number of other student organizations that I help orchestrate and facilitate. And so the main 3 that I work with are our John Henry Clark Honor Society, which is our honor society for Black students. I work with our Black Student Achievement Program, which is our mentorship program that connects alumni mentors to undergraduate mentees, depending on their major or interest. And then I work with our Black Male Initiative, which our goal is to help Black men graduate and be successful here at NIU.
Well, that sounds fantastic. Many different programs to really make sure your students feel supported and that they're getting the most out of their education at NIU.
Certainly.
And we found ways to partner together with the Egyptian Theater to, again, bring more activities, bring more different educational opportunities for your students. So do you want to talk about, just recently, back in February, we welcomed the legendary Mavis Staples to our stage, and one of the great items of it was opening the show, combining the NIU Black Choir and the Concert Choir. Can you talk about what that meant to combine those choirs and perform before Mavis Staples?
Certainly, it was amazing. I'm talking about one of the most culturally diverse experiences that we've probably haven't seen in a long time. Mm-hmm. And the theater was packed. I'm talking standing room only. This was the first time in years where we saw Northern Black Choir, which was founded in 1968 during a time of racial oppression and inequalities, here on this campus, because NIU DeKalb was a sundown town at one point in time. And so being able to have this choir that had still celebrating its existence, they actually celebrate 55 years of existence this year. And I've had the privilege of being their advisor, and combined with the legendary concert choir of NIU, and that having that gel moment and coming together. The choirs came together and taught songs to each other. Mm-hmm. The choir came together and sang those very same songs, and they were able to have a dynamic experience where they left the crowd with the standing
Truly.
ovation.
It was the energy in that room was phenomenal. So, and I
Yes.
mean, seeing the students light up and seeing the audience just feed that energy back to you. What were some of the reactions of the students after the performance?
The students were so happy because they had not had a crowd that large in a very long time, especially with COVID. COVID kind of put a damper on all of the performing arts and what we value as artists. And it kind of siloed us and made us feel like we weren't seen, weren't heard, and could not be artistic.
Yeah.
And so that experience, we gained so many members because of it. We had so many people within the community who were like, "Oh my God, I love you all. I need more." And so it was just something that the students were outdone, and they appreciated every opportunity, and were waiting for the next opportunity for something like that to happen. And so it was dynamic.
They were just, I mean, I know I went right on the School of Music website and I was like, when can I see them perform again? They were phenomenal. So, you know, you talk about a lot of the support that you offer here on campus, but what does it mean to a student to have the ability to get out in the community as a student and to get involved in where they're at going to school?
Oh yeah, certainly. Creating community is so key, and we notice that and see that with our students from marginalized populations here. It's all about sense of belonging and creating that sense of belonging. And when we engage, when our students engage, when companies and businesses and establishments that have history, rich history, engage with our students, that lets the student feel like they're at home, to the point where they can build the community and feel safe and feel like they have a presence and have a voice that matters. And so the Egyptian Theater has been phenomenal in being a collaborator and a help in helping us provide other outlets and venues for our students to engage, and students love it. We've watched at least 3 different movies at the venue, and it has been an outstanding moment. The popcorn is good, the drinks are well, and so the hospitality is great. Everything about the facility is top notch, to the point where as an artist, as an entrepreneur, as an employee of the university, and as someone who just loves theater, loves art, loves movies, that's my #1 premier space to go when it comes to having a special night and being able to be a part of the history that the Egyptian Theater brings to this space. And so our students are engaged and lives are changed because of the utilization of the Egyptian Theater.
Well, we love making history together. Now
Yes.
I love the part you said about having voices be heard, because those panel discussions that come after some of the Black heritage films we've had have
Yes.
just been, that makes it all worth it, because the
Oh, yeah.
movie is great, but to have that discussion afterwards. So if you could talk to the camera, through to the donor today, why should someone support something like the Egyptian Theater, and especially the arts in our community for our young people?
All right, let's see, let me get myself together. Check it out, donor. You need and want and must donate to the Egyptian Theater. I'm gonna tell you why. They're changing lives, one movie, one play, one opportunity, one cultural event at a time, and it's providing opportunity for conversations and dialogue like no other, that you won't have out in the streets and out in your own professional businesses or what have you. But the Egyptian Theater is a pillar in this community, and it is a place where diversity exists, cultural experiences exist, and the hospitality is bar none. This is a facility that you want to reduplicate and you want to add to. And so if your donor monies and wallets and checkbooks and pocketbooks can help enhance the environment that they do such a great job at cultivating, this is where it's at, because lives are changed.
Thank you so much, my friend. You're going to make me well up. I look forward to many more collaborations in the future.
Yes.
It has already been such a great relationship that we've developed, and we can't wait to keep that going. So thank you so much for joining us today, and we are going to head it right back to Alex in the studio.
And we're back. Updated right now. A bunch of the mail-in donations have come in just in the last few minutes. So thank you, Janine. What a tremendous interview. We absolutely love partnering with NIU, all the different departments there, but this was definitely a very special event that we had with them. Thank you to donors that have come in just the last like 10 minutes. Big thank you to Paisley and Aiden Robinson, my cutest little nephew and niece, Bill and Carol Miner, Patrick Courtney, Bill Nicholas, Dick and Ellie McLaughlin, James and Karen Buck, Kevin and Marcy Buick, Michael and Robin Rothmer, sorry if I butchered that, Mark and Kay Riley, Tracy Mobley, and Mark Hodges and Marilyn Hirmek. Really bad at pronouncing names, so apologize for that, but we thank you so very much for all of the support. And do we have an update on our dollars? Can we go to the website? Dun, da, da, da. Just go to the website. Oh, well, here we are. Ask and you shall receive. So we're just about at $3,000. Again, of our $25,000 goal today. And don't forget, if you can get us to $22,000 today, that will unlock our board boost. Our board of directors has put together a pool of money. We'll release $3,100 that will get us across the finish line to our goal. So go to lightscameradonate.org, and we'll be back here at 10 a.m. for our next update and our next special guest.